Hi, this is Monty from Moat Park Vehicles, and here's another one of our detailed vehicle appraisals on a car that's just recently come into us. This is our 2010 59 plated Vauxhall VXR, so 2.8 V6 turbo 4-wheel drive. And if you know what you're looking at, you'll know all about these cars, etc. She's covered about 96,000. I think when it came into us 96.5. I think it's got 96.8 because I've been using the car before it goes to our prep guys for them to give it a once over, etc. So I'm going to briefly walk around the car and give you a more detailed view very shortly. Now these videos tend to take about 8 to 10 minutes long. I'll try and be as brief as I possibly can, but I'm sure I'll get plenty of phone calls on this vehicle wanting to know what's been done, because if you are looking for a VXR Insignia, you know what they're common for: timing chains, rear diffs, things like that, clutches. Believe me, lots and lots of money have been spent in this car in the last, because normally when you get to about 50,000-60,000 miles they tend to suffer with a few issues, and this car has had thousands upon thousands of pounds spent on it. You know, timing chains, gearbox oils, clutches, diff rebuilds, etc. So it's had all of that done. I don't want to go through all the dates and things like that and the mileages, but please, if you need to know any more information, just give me a call. The reason why I'm holding the camera there is please feel free to do any checks you need to do, HPI checks, mileage verifications, that type of thing. Feel free to do any of that. Now this particular car's been lowered. It's got some H&R springs on it. It's also had some exhaust fitted at the back, stainless steel I believe, just sort of back boxes, so it does give it a nice burble. It's not too loud, but a really nice burble to it. I might actually set up a video, so if anybody wants to know what it sounds like, they can always give me a call and I can always send them a video, send them a link to it, but I'll probably do one as well. Okay, as you'll probably know, it's got the 20-inch optional extra wheels on there, the bi-colour wheels. She is shod with Pirelli P0 tyres all the way around with lots and lots of tread. Just gonna, thought there was a car get me past then. So lots and lots of tread. Now any of the eagle-eyed amongst us, you'll probably see there's some front and rear parking sensors. They are not genuine Vauxhall parking sensors. They have been fitted by, I think, the previous owner. They are intermittent. I'm probably going to just disconnect them, so I'm not actually going to put in the advert that it's got parking sensors, because they don't always work and sometimes they bleep for no reason at all. Okay, the only other extra I know that we've got on this particular car is satellite navigation. So they didn't, I don't know, I'd probably say they did come well equipped. It's all about that four-wheel drive, it's all about that engine. It wasn't about everything else. It's got some lovely Recaro seats in there, half leather seats. So without further ado, let's start going round the car. So she's covered nearly 97,000 miles, let's say. Okay, so she's not going to be a brand new car, guys. There are a few stone chips here and there, and please expect a car of this sort of age to have had some sort of paint work. You know, you don't have, you know, I mean, I can probably tell there's a few stone chips on the bonnet, there's not loads along the bumper, so in my opinion it's probably had the bumper painted at some sort of stage. You know, so please don't think it's going to be a brand new car, guys. These are the reasons why we do these videos. Okay, so hopefully that all looks okay there. Now, as I said, there's plenty of tread on the tyres. Alloy wheels look absolutely fine. You've got one or two of them that got a few little marks here and there, but nothing major, nothing that's going to cause us to go out there and have the wheels repainted. Now she's in that Arden blue. It's a pearlescent colour, I believe, and it looks lovely. There's no nasty dents and God knows what else. There's a few stone chips and a few touch-ups. I'm going to point them out to you now. There's one around here. It's a bit hard to pick up even though we're using a HD camera. One just above the door handle, just there. Okay, as I mentioned, we're not using this to pick holes in all our cars. You know, we've all been there before. Someone's taken a picture of a car from here, looks absolutely stunning. You go and have a look at it, it's nothing like you thought it was going to be. let's just show you inside. So 4 electric windows, electric mirrors, no folding function. I think that was an option as well. You've got adaptive forward lighting, that I don't know, is it adaptive forward lighting? Yes, it's that kind of intelligent lighting that goes around the corners with you. You've got a central joypad there, so you can use it for your phone, use it for your navigation, the radio, etc. Air conditioning is super cold. The previous owner spent, I think it was about £500–600 having a new compressor fitted to the car. That was only recent. We've got all the bills for that as well. Cruise control, all the VXR buttons, everything works, transforms the car. 6-speed manual transmission, and there's that lovely Recaro seating. Looks beautiful. The only thing I would say with the seat, there's a tiny little bit of wear, just a tiny bit here and a tiny bit that's starting to crack on that side of the seat, but it hasn't gone all the way through. But again, we just want to try and be honest with our customers. We don't, you know, this particular car, there's not going to be too many of them around. We don't want to waste your journey, whether you're 2 miles up the road or even 200 miles away. We don't want to waste your time coming all the way down here. And that's the reason why we do the videos. Please read some of my reviews on Auto Trader. They are all genuine reviews. We'll tell you how it is. Okay. Hopefully that all looks fine there. Door panels all look good. Alloy wheels look fine. Now, I did mention at the beginning, these videos tend to take about 8 minutes long. We're up to 7 minutes already. Okay, so a couple of little touch-ups I've done on this wheel arch here already. Again, if I zoom in, you might pick them up. This is what I'm saying, guys. It's not going to be a brand new car, all right? Now, I mentioned probably had possibly a bit of paint work. I believe it's probably had some paint work on that rear bumper. Again, it's just all about honesty, trust, integrity. We tell you how it is. Exactly, because you just haven't got any stone chips or anything like that. Got a couple of little marks on the back bumper, just on that rear diffuser, and you've got a sort of a mark along here as well, where it looks like it's just either someone's reversing into something, or just a bit of crack there on the paint. Okay. Now again, if I took a picture from back here, you wouldn't pick any of that up, and I guarantee you go and see loads of cars, they will have a few imperfections here and there. Come on, she's nearly 10 years of age, nearly done 100,000 miles. She's a saloon. Obviously they do them in hatchback as well as the estate. So in saloon. Hopefully that all looks fine, fettle to you. Now, as I mentioned, parking sensors, they don't work that well. I'm probably just going to disconnect them because they don't always work. Let's try and show you down the passenger side. Hopefully I'm just going to hold the camera there for a little while. So a little while, only a few seconds. I'll move it, just pan it around. Hopefully you can try and pick up reflections, really good reflections. There's no nasty digs, dents, anything like that. Okay, couple of little tiny marks on the back bumper, just about here. Probably just pick them up. A little boot spoiler, that subtle boot spoiler, just so you know you're in a VXR. And hopefully you can try and pick up all the reflections that you're seeing from over there. Again, alloy wheels look absolutely fine. You've got a few little marks here and there, but no sort of like nasty bits of curb rash. Show you the inside again. Door panels all look fine. Again, same sort of thing with the seats. No nasty wear or anything like that from baby seats, etc. Door panels all look good. It's really nice, that white stitching, that contrasting white stitching with the piano black trim that you've got all the way around the centre of the vehicle. And it sort of carries on. You tend to have this sort of brushed aluminium along the where the gear shroud is, and then you've got the same sort of thing around the steering wheel. Nice and thick leather steering wheel, that brushed aluminium. There's the sport and the VXR buttons on there. Do transform the car. The VXR button certainly transforms the car anyway. The Recaro seats look lovely. And again, same sort of thing with the white stitching along the seating. Hopefully that looks okay to you. Again, plenty of tread on the tyres. There will be some pictures of the tyres. Okay, so there we go. Hopefully you can try and pick up some reflections along the car here. Okay, so the bit you'll tend to be the worst bit of any car along the front of it. You know, as I mentioned, she's done nearly 97,000 miles. Fantastic. I didn't mention about the service history actually. Fantastic service history of this car. 8 service stamps, all in the book. Lots and lots of bits have been done to the vehicle. So give me a call and I'll be able to give you all that information. So you've got the intelligent lights that you can see there. They sort of extra lights come on when you go around the corners. But again, if you're looking for a VXR, you probably know about this more about this car than I do. So the bit, I'm not going to go painting bonnets or anything like that, but we have touched up quite a few stone chips along the bonnet. Okay, so it's going to, I don't know if you're going to be picking them up, but you've got sort of 3 along here, you've got a couple along there, you've got sort of a few along there, tiny little ones, and you've got a few along here. You might be able to pick them up. Okay, now any kind of purist who's going to be buying one of these cars may decide, look, you know, I want to get the bonnet painted, etc., that type of thing. You haven't got loads of stone chips along the bumper at all. There's a few tiny ones, but nothing major. Hence the reason why, you know, she's nearly 10 years of age. It's probably had some paint work. What car hasn't really when you get to this sort of age and mileage? Okay. So we're up to 12 minutes. Apologies for babbling on, I generally do. Now all of our cars will come with a 6-month warranty. Now these performance cars do tend to be slightly different, so we have to put a separate or a more specialist warranty with these that will give you more of a kind of claim limit. So whatever the price of a car you buy from us, whether it's 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, especially on cars like this, that's what we'll put your claim limit up to. We have 2 different companies that we use. We try and tick as many boxes as we can, like air conditioning, suspension, emissions, etc., that type of thing. You can upgrade the warranty as well to sort of general wear and tear. You can upgrade it to a year, 2 years, 3 years, obviously at an extra cost. But we try and tick as many boxes for you as we possibly can. And we choose the sort of 100% parts and labour. So it's not done, you know, the car is 9 years of age, it's done 90,000 miles, you've got to pay 50%. No, we try and tick all the boxes for you. So please, no phone calls and saying to me, what is the best price? We tend to put as many, you know, the warranties are not cheap on these kind of cars. You know, it's not a £35 warranty that you'll put on a KA. These are hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Okay, so please no test pilots and lunatics coming in to drive the car because you've not driven one before. You'll need to bring driving license with you, etc. We won't accommodate any test drives without driving licenses, etc., that type of thing. We've had them before with performance cars that you get a lot of people that just want to drive one, just see how quick they are, rev up the engine. So apologies, this video's gone on a bit longer than anticipated, but it's a special car really. You don't get to see too many of these around, especially one with this sort of history and that's had a lot of the work done to them that they generally do fail on. Yeah, it's all not negative or anything like that, but give us a call. We'll tell you all about the car. It's fantastic. It drives really well, sounds brilliant, amazing as well. But anyway, here I am babbling again. Please give us a call, send us an email, whatever you want to do. I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. And thank you very much for sticking with me and spending 15 minutes watching this video. Bye bye.